Well, got a lot of changes coming in this trucking world, but these changes may or may not affect you. More than likely, if you're an employee or some type of basically a truck driver, probably don't affect you. But you do need to know about it. At least have it not in the front of your brain, but at least back here somewhere in the back of your head, so you at least get an idea of what's going on in this trucking world as they make these changes, and why they making the changes and revamping the system. And Fmcsa talking about they tired of all this fraud, and brokers got their foot in these carriers' butt and all that. Why they doing all that? I'm hanging out over, you guessed it, I'm with Mr. Charlie. I'm hanging out with Mr. Charlie. So when trucking get back better, they make all these changes, then I will reevaluate the situation. But as of right now, me and Charlie, Mr. Charlie, we best friends. So let me tell you about all these changes as we put together a puzzle, a timeline of events, so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. So you won't be left behind. You ain't gonna be left behind. You just, every year that trucking goes by, it gets harder and harder and harder. It's not like the old times before. Got it wrote down. See, I take notes now so I can give you that information. Let's check it out. Okay. March 11th, 2024. That wasn't nothing but a couple of days ago. What happened on March 11th of 2024? Well, if you're a truck driver, it appears that nothing happened. I understand. No changes. I was waiting for the changes too. It seemed like nothing happened, right? Let me remind you what March 11th, 2024, what happened. Okay? The Department of Labor published their final rule for who's an employee versus who's an independent contractor. That's what happened March 11th, okay? The RS, now this is just throughout the whole year. RS, you probably heard this before. It's probably just back here in the back of your head. We're going to leave it back there, though. It ain't got to be in the front because it may not be that important to you. But as long as it's in there, get an idea so you can start to put the puzzles together in the future. The RS received $80 billion in new funds. Democrats, of course, Democrats, okay? The RS, you say, well, Andrew, why do I care about that? Like I said, it's just something to keep back here. You put the pieces of the puzzle together as time goes on. Like I said, they just got funded $80 billion. And what do you think they're going to do with this $80 billion? Andrew, that's a good question. Blow the money? That wouldn't be a bad answer, but tell you what they said. They're hiring 20,000 new IRS agents, employees. This is what they're hiring them for. They want to deploy new technology to improve tax enforcement. 20,000 people, new technology. We in the world of AI. They want to, get back some of this tax money, put it together with March 11th. Department of Labor, who's an employee, who's an independent contractor. Just like I said, just leave it back here now. Don't try to put the pieces together now. I'm just giving you some information. January 1st, 2024. You heard about this. It's just back here. You heard about it. You ain't done it, but you heard about it. In 2024, all businesses must submit a BOI report. You said BOI report, Andrew? Wait a minute, that sounds familiar. I know, because it's back here. It ain't up here. It's back here. It's in the back of the brain. It was like it came in one ear. It was supposed to go out the other, but it curved and went back here somewhere. So BOI report. And man, it just sounds so familiar, man. Man, who's supposed to fill this out? All business owners. You got an LLC, S Corp, C Corp. Well, Andrew, I ain't got no motor carrier. You work for the Russians? Did the Russians tell you you need a business bank account or some type of LLC for them to pay you? That would be you. Yeah. You're supposed to have. If you got an LLC, you up in Chicago. You playing the lease game? Is you a lease driver? Better not. You can't be sole proprietor right now. You can, but you better not be. Better be LLC. Talk to your CPA. BOI report. They got a lot of penalties and fines for the people that don't do this by next year. Okay. All you need to know, that's up to you to do your research now. What's the BOI report? What is that, Andrew? What is that? What do you know? They just need to know who owns all these businesses and LLCs and, who's responsible for these taxes because, in trucking, I'm just going to talk about the people that I personally seen. They don't file taxes. They don't, let alone pay any taxes. They don't even file. They don't even bother to file. They ain't filed years. In a couple of years, they don't know nothing about filing for taxes. But these trucking companies, of course, they do their taxes, and they send you a 1099 to your house. The IRS receives that 1099. You take that 1099 and you don't do anything with it. You don't even file or pay or do anything with it. Well, now they need to know that 1099 is sent to your house. Who business is that? We need to know. We need somebody need to take responsibility for that 1099. So, BOI report, okay. Then, of course, here recently, this week, when I heard about it, the Fmcsa wants to overhaul this registration system they got going on. They trying to step out fraud and they trying to revamp the whole thing. They want to get rid of MC numbers. Take it back down to DOT numbers. No more MC numbers on the side of the door. I never even had mine on the side of the door. I just DOT number only anyway. But, said, what's the purpose of this? Well, they got this new technology now, and they want to make things faster, and they want to step out fraud. So, getting rid of the MC numbers, putting in this new system. Check this out. Now, when you apply for DOT numbers, and people that's already got their DOT numbers, they got to go through the same system. They're going to check to see if your business is registered with the IRS. Seems like it's just something about the IRS. Instead, it's like a puzzle. It's up for you to put the pieces together. Notice how everything is starting. It just constantly points back to the IRS. 20,000 employees. BOI report. Department of Labor. Okay. 80 billion in new funds. Okay. Fmcsa. Is it something about that IRS? Tax enforcement. Oh, that's Okay. They want to make sure your business is registered with your state. They want to make sure that every year you're supposed to file your annual report, which, if you don't know, is due April 1st. That's in a couple of days. Here, I believe mine is $300. I'm about to go pay that here in a second. But when you don't pay it, that means, more than likely, they're going to dissolve your business, okay? So they want to make sure that, you're still in business and you're registered with the IRS. They're just trying to make sure, everybody's paying their fair share before Biden get out of office, right? Or stay in. Either way, it's cool to me. But I just thought I'd just bring this to your attention. It don't mean anything. I just want to make sure y'all know that, I understand trucking back then, you can get away with run away, not paying no taxes. But this is all I need you to know. If you're a truck driver on 1099, you got a business. A lot of people match their income with their expenses. So All I want to let you know is if you 1099 and you've been living off whatever you make, just try to reduce it down a little bit. Try to live off if you was actually paying, taxes, like 15%, 22%, probably 22%, because, if you out there, you making over 100,000, 22%, that's what the 40,000 something dollar plus tax bracket, 44,000, somewhere right in there. You probably be in that 22% tax bracket. So I'm just saying, just something to think about. Something to think about, you know. But other than that, just thought I'd bring that to your attention on today's video. Tell me what you think, comment down below. And it's time for me to go hit the gym, baby. Go hit the gym, baby. We gotta get back in shape. We steady losing weight. Weighed in today at 241 pounds, down from 254 pounds. We got a long way to go, but I'll catch y'all later.